A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Tuesday, April 18th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. Holtec, the company that bought the defunct Indian Point nuclear power plant with the goal of dismantling it, has canceled its plans to dump treated radioactive wastewater into the Hudson River next month. But that's not enough for county executives up and down the river. They want Holtec to come up with other alternatives to releasing the chemicals in the river. Executives banded together yesterday to express their united front. Rockland's Ed Day advised everyone not to let their guard down.
In the face of stern letters and threats of criminal fines from the EPA, Holtec is also looking to dump 1.1 million gallons of contaminated wastewater from the Pilgrim nuclear power plant into Cape Cod Bay.
Putnam executive Kevin Byrne, a supporter of nuclear power, said Holtec must explore other alternatives.
There are absolutely other alternative solutions, and we need to be very clear in our resolve and say under no circumstances will any of our local officials support any effort to dump this wastewater into our beautiful Hudson River.
Ulster executive Jen Metzger said the river has been polluted for decades and enough is enough.
We have been fighting corporate polluters for too many decades. Some 60 years later, we are still fighting to hold GE accountable for repairing the harm from PCB contamination.
Westchester executive George Latimer wants more proof before supporting any discharge of the river.
I'm not convinced of the science until you convince me. I have the responsibility for my 1 million people. You have the responsibility for your 200,000 people, your 350, 400,000 people, your 100,000 people. We're tasked with worrying about their health.
Orange County Executive Stephen Newhouse also opposes the dumping of nuclear waste, saying striped bass start to run up the river, and he certainly would not eat fish from the Hudson. The city of Middletown is forming a local development corporation to lock up the remaining funds needed to redevelop the fire-damaged O&W station. The multi-million-dollar project has received a commitment of state funds and will use ARPA money, but will need additional resources to pay for the work. Mayor Joseph DeStefano says that will be accomplished by forming the LDC.
We had to form a local development corporation in order to qualify for the historic tax credits. So we'll be sending that back to our attorneys, forming the LDC, and hopefully things will start to move very quickly from here. A municipality is not eligible for historic tax credits, but the local development corporation would be.
Plans for the redeveloped facility will include offices as well as child care facilities. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
Orange County has held a federal license for a foreign trade zone for decades, but it has remained dormant for the most part in recent years. That may change now as the county is looking to revitalize the zone where product components may be imported and remain tax-free until they're assembled and shipped out. County Economic Development Director Stephen Gross says his office is receiving inquiries from companies interested in using the facilities.
When they learn about it, they think we have a warehouse that's operating as a foreign trade zone that they could just drive up to and put their materials in, and we don't have that. But maybe it's something that we should have. So we're looking to see if there's an opportunity for a business model with regard to the foreign trade zone.
When the foreign trade zone was first established some 40-plus years ago, the Sage Building at New York Stewart International Airport was the initial location. The number of homes sold in Ulster County in the first 3 months of the year fell by almost 40% from the same period last year, according to the Ulster County Board of Realtors. Sales in the period of January through March 2022 amounted to 373. Sales fell to 225 during the same period this year. Police in Newburgh are investigating what city officials are calling a laceration, but what first responders at the scene described as a stabbing Sunday evening. The incident occurred in an area of the city where drug users are known to frequent, according to officials, but they declined to say where that was. A suspect has been identified, and an investigation is ongoing, according to authorities. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.